Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alec here. Here I have my Origin knives Kukri that I've had now for about 2 months, I would say. And just to give you a bit of an update on how I'm getting on with it. The Kukri, the original one that I had, was an issue one, and I just couldn't get on with it. I had various problems with it. If you look back on the channel, you'll actually see most of the problems I did have with the Kukri, and I really did want that knife to work for me. And anyway, went to Kev at Origin Knives and he came up with this design, and he sorted a lot of the problems I was having, and it's just to let you know that it really has worked out really good for me. I'm really pleased in this knife's performance. It's O1 tool steel, which seems to be holding up really good. All these knives I've had off them in the past, and the O1 do really good. Really easy to get an edge back on these. The other day there I actually hit it off the concrete and it's got a slight wee dink on the front of the edge, just a microscopic one somewhere there. I did hit the concrete, so you got to expect that. The knife itself, when I'm up in the woods, performs fantastic. I've actually got it on a baldric carry style. I just carry it around my neck and hang it to my side, and I've got the fire steel attached to it as well, and it works really good, even though it is a crap fire steel I've got in this. The Kukris themselves can be used for a variety of different tasks. Last week I was up with my friend who's an ex-pilot, and he had the cold steel Kukri in O1 tool steel, and it wasn't a patch on this knife at all. This just outperformed it, no problem whatsoever. And I actually found the handle on the cold steel Kukri quite uncomfortable with the rubber grip on it. It was very secure, but I felt if I'd been chopping for a good number of hours, it would really blister up my hands. And it was a lot smaller than this handle here. But the Kukris are made for different tasks. And you just go online and you can see some of the Kukris are long and thin, and they are used for machete type purposes. I would say this one's more like a hatchet because of the weight, and this convex edge really does work really great on the heavy woods. My friend Billy, who had the cold steel one, I would say that was more for cutting with speed and cutting light vegetation. And also would have been a fantastic tool for self-defence if that ever was needed. This one here, much heavier, acts like a small axe, and I'm really pleased with how it's actually performing up here. It does really well with the deciduous woods, and this here it's sitting on at the moment is pine, and they're full of knots, and it just smashes its way through everything. The front swedge that we had put on it is performing great. It splits the wood down every time. And that's been a useful addition, which I didn't have in my other Kukris in the past. The large handle here with this large guard, when you're doing the splitting, the guard really does protect your hand, prevents it from sliding up the blade. And the other day there I done bow drill fire using the bow drill socket here at the end, and I didn't get a fire going in that attempt here. I was trying to do it far too quick, and it was a poor selection of wood. It was pine with sycamore, and I was more interested to see that this hole here at the end of the tang worked when I was using the friction free socket that they make at Origin Knives, and it worked really good also. It's a one tool option for me when I'm out in the woods, and it does everything I need it to do. And I've been carrying, as I say now, between 6 weeks and 2 months. It does take a bit of time to get used to using all the various angles on the sweep along here for different tasks. And today I'm actually going to try and do a bow drill set with it. It's very large to be doing that, but just a bit of fun while I'm up here in the woods. So it's just to give you an update of how it's performing, and I would highly recommend this. Great tool, fantastic compared to previous Kukris I've used. And if you're a bit like myself and you've had problems Well, I can definitely recommend this knife. Get me the bow drill. This is a piece of hazel. Cut it to size. Right, so it's shaped that okay. This would sit in the hearthboard and spin round. This has been shaped roughly to allow the free friction socket to sit up here. Yeah, it's done all that. And as I say, it is a big knife. And we've stripped all the back off here. Yeah, happy with that. Another piece of hazel. Try and make the hearthboard now. Splitting that easy. So I think I'll use this piece here. I'm just going to chop off this bit here, put a stop cut on it to start with. Just roughly give me the area I need to be. So just using the tip of the blade here, first kind of 2 to 3 inches, just to shape this up. And a lot of this is actually getting used to actually using the blade. So this is my first time doing a bow drill set with the Kukri. Right, what I'll do now is I'll actually create a hole in the hearthboard here, just using the front tip and the swedge. It just takes a bit of time to create this shape that we're looking for. Right, so there we go, that's created enough of a starter hole, and I'll cut the V-notch in here now. Right, there we go. Done that okay. Big knife. As I say, no used to making these, so happy enough with that. Right, so here's the drill with the free friction socket on top, and I've just created a quick bow here with a piece of pine that I had lying about. Right, so let's see how we get on. Well, I burnt it in, produced all that dust. I just think this is a bit wet still, but there we go. The Kukri done it, the free friction socket.